Introduction to Statistical Learning, Chapter 8, and we're in the conceptual questions, question number 4. So this question relates to this figure here, and basically what we're going to do is we're going to take this left-hand panel and make a corresponding tree like that on the right, in the style of what's on the right here, and then we're in part B, we're going to take this tree and make a box, a partition box like this. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so here's I've just reproduced that partition box here, and we'll just build it out. And so in all of this, whenever I propose an indicator, I'm going to go to the left for yes and to the right for no. And your tree may look different depending on what condition you put here, right? So instead of x1 greater than 1, you may put less than 1, and that will change the orientation of your tree. But so hopefully I haven't made any mistakes here. It's easy to do, but if you catch a mistake, then I guess let me know. Okay, but first I look for the largest partition here, and that's x1, and divide it at x1. So I say, okay, is x1 greater than 1? If yes, then I assign it a value of 5. If no, then I have to continue working. Okay, so I assign the value of 5 to there. So now I look. So now within the remaining set here, I look for the next largest partition, and that is x2 at 1. Okay, so when x2 is greater than 1, I get 15, right? x2 greater than 1, there's 15. And if not, then I have yet more to deal with. Okay, so I'll try to deal with that. So now my largest partition is at x1 equals 0. Well, okay, so if x1 is greater than 0, then I have this mess to contend with. Okay, so that's this last tree here, or branch. But if it's less than 0, then I get a 3. So x greater than 0, no, I get 3. And then finally, the final partition is x0 being greater than or equal to 0, or greater than or less than 0. And if it's less than 0, or okay, so how I phrase it here is x2 greater than 0. Well, if x2 is greater than 0, then I get a value of 0. Otherwise, I get 10. Okay. All right. So now, again, I've just recreated the figure that we're supposed to use, and we're going to create our diagram here. So again, every time something fails a particular condition, I'm moving to the right. Okay. So the first one is x2 less than 1. Okay. So I'll go to x2 less than 1. Okay. And then I have 2 trees to follow. So let's take the scenario where x2 is in fact less than 1. Okay. So that would be this region down here, right? x2 less than 1. And then this has just one more tree. I take x1 and I say, is x1 less than 1? Well, if it is, I should be negative 1.8, and if it is not, I should be at 0.63. Okay, so here's x1 equal 1. If I'm not, I'm 0.63. If I am, I'm negative 1.80. Okay. All right, so now let's follow this next part of the tree. Okay, so now we have we've failed the condition that x2 is less than 1, so I have x2 is greater than 1. Okay, so that's all this top region here. And now I say, okay, well, is x2 less than 2? Okay, if I fail that condition, then I assign it a value of 2.49. If I meet that condition, then now I partition one more time, this time at x1 being 0. If x1 is greater than 0, then I'm, I'm sorry, if x1 is less than 0, that's what that says, then I should be negative 1.6. Otherwise, I should be 0.21. Okay, so that should be it. Yeah, okay, we'll call that good.